What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge. On today's video, we're going to go through my top 10 Funko Fair announcements. Alright guys, welcome back to another Funko Pop video here on the channel. We're going to actually do something a little bit different today. As I said, we're going to go through my top 10 announcements from Funko Fair. Funko Fair took place across 3 weeks. It started on January the 18th, continued on January the 25th, and finished last Wednesday on February 1st. And Funko announced nearly 200, if not more, Funko products coming out over this year across multiple different brands: Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Stranger Things, a bunch of anime, One Piece, Naruto, Demon Slayer, tons and tons of things, loads of Disney things announced as well. And we're not going to be checking all of these out because that would take forever. It'd be like an hour-long video, and you guys have probably seen most of them already. If you haven't, I recommend going to Funko's social media pages, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, scrolling through, and you can see everything that was announced. First up is a few honorable mentions that were close to getting into my top 10. We have the Moana Pop Ride from the Disney 100 Years Celebration Collection. I think this thing just looks really, really cool. I'm not the biggest Disney collector, to be honest. I tend to like buy one of each character, if that makes sense, rather than completing all the various different lines and waves. And I just think this one looks really, really cool. I don't own a Moana figure in my collection, so yeah, I will probably be going out and grabbing this one. There's also the Amazon exclusive Thor with Pin forming the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers collection. We've had the Iron Man one release already. We are now getting the Thor one as well. I just think these retro looks look very, very cool. And my last two honorable mentions are part of the new WWE wave. We've got the Cody Rhodes figure, which I think looks really, really cool. Is it metallic? I can't remember. Can't remember off the top of my head if it is metallic. There may have been a metallic version, but we're definitely getting a metallic Rocky Maivia as well. I have to say, I really wasn't expecting this pop at all. It's The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, from when he debuted back in Survivor Series 1996. He came out as this like rookie with this weird kind of outfit, known as Rocky Maivia, of course, like forming part of his dad and granddad's name. And yeah, after that, things didn't go well for him. He was kind of really hated for a while, and then obviously eventually became The Rock that we know and love today, of course, as Dwayne Johnson, Hollywood's biggest, or arguably biggest actor in the world, right? But yeah, I really didn't expect this pop at all. We're getting two versions, a common and a metallic version, which I think is going to be a Funko Shop exclusive. But I think it's pretty cool that you're going to kind of get this now. Like, there's been so many Rocks released, you can kind of have this like evolution of The Rock in terms of WWE Funko Pops, which I think is very, very cool. And now guys, time for my top 10. I just want to say this is, in my opinion, the things that I love, the things that I collect. There are tons of things that they announce which look really, really cool. Some of them I don't collect, so I do want to know in the comment section below, what are your guys' favourite things that were announced at Funko Fair? So both 10 and 9 are from Demon Slayer. In fact, I think Demon Slayer was the first line of figures that they announced when Funko Fair kicked off on the 18th of January. My number 10 is Kanoa, the glow-in-the-dark, but well, I say glow-in-the-dark version, I think it just glows anyway. I don't think there is like a common version and a glow-in-the-dark version, unless I am mistaken. But yeah, I think this one looks pretty cool. She is like a fairly cool character. We haven't seen like too much of her, I suppose, but we've seen enough to know that she's like pretty badass, right? And then my number 9 is Rengoku. I know this one's going to be very, very popular. This one I do know is common and glow-in-the-dark. They're two different versions. I will definitely be going after the glow-in-the-dark one. Rengoku, as I said, an incredibly popular character. People have been screaming for a pop of him, pardon me, for a while. We are finally getting one, and yeah, I saw a few people say that they were a bit disappointed that he's not in any action pose or anything like that. But one thing I do have to say to you guys is that although this is the second wave and it's coming like quite late after the first wave when you think about it, that all of these figures still form season 1. So that's the reason why we got the likes of Guillaume and Muchiro before we got Rengoku. So even though we like already seen Rengoku, we kind of seen him come and go really, essentially, right? In the show before we then got those two Hashira Pops that came out. And it's the same reason why we've then we are getting, pardon me, Mitsuri and Sanemi before we've got Tenzen, because we already saw Tenzen last season, right? It's because all of the Hashira Pops that they're making are forming part of that season 1 when Tanjiro and crew go and first meet everyone, right? That's why we've also got like Kaguya coming out and the I can't remember what they're called, the two like twins. It's an Amazon exclusive. I mean, there's a picture of it. I can't remember what it was called. They were called exactly. But yeah, those two I think are my two favourites of the ones that have been announced. We're certainly going to get more Demon Slayer. At least I think we will. You know, especially with like action poses once we get to like season 2. I imagine the other Hashira we're going to get in like other drops and things over the course of the year, and then maybe we'll get like wave 2 to make up season 2, and then we might get like Akaza and like a action pose Rengoku and things like that coming hopefully later this year, but it may even push into next year. And number 8 on my list, guys, is the first of I think 3 deluxe movie moments. 3 or 4. It is Hagrid's hut from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Yes, Philosopher's Stone, not Sorcerer's Stone. That is why it is only 8 on my list. This would have been much, much higher, but the fact it says Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone there on the bottom, that's just, to me, mega disappointing. I believe it's only the US where this is known as Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the first book, the first movie. I'm pretty sure everywhere else in the world it's known as the Philosopher's Stone. It certainly is here in the UK, where the books and movies were created, god damn it. But otherwise, you know what, the rest of the like pop is really cool with the detail. Harry, Hermione, Ron all sitting there in Hagrid's hut, almost like he's cooking something, some tea or some stew or whatever he's giving to them from the very first movie. He's got all his bits there, I guess, in his kitchen, some candles, some cauldrons, the drawers, the table, some rope there. Yeah, I think it's just got some really nice detail on it. I guess you could still, like, I feel for these you should take like the box part off. I don't know what you guys think, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, that would then cover up Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. But yeah, I do feel the box then kind of limits some of the detail that you see. But yeah, that's just really disappointing. I don't know why it couldn't be called... Well, I do know, I guess Funko's a US company, right? So I guess they were always going to call it the Sorcerer's Stone, but yeah, it really should have been the Philosopher's Stone. At least that's my opinion. I'm sure viewers in the US would disagree. But next up, my number 7 is Goldie Roger from One Piece. As I said earlier, so many of the One Piece figures could have formed part of my top 10. I've literally just passed the 100 episode mark in One Piece, so I'm still very, very young, probably not even like 10% done right in terms of episodes that currently exist. But that's kind of why I've left some of them out, because some of these characters I haven't met and probably won't meet for quite a long time. But Goldie Roger is one who has already, well, I guess we've just seen him in flashbacks, and right, he was like the king of the pirates. Maybe more happens later on in the story. I don't know. I don't want to know. Please don't spoil it for me. But yeah, we're getting 2 versions of him, the common as well as the chase version. The chase version just has him with that red hat, which I think does look really, really cool. This one seems like it's going to be very, very popular. A lot of people here in the UK, I don't know if it was the same in the US. Again, if there's anyone watching from the US, let me know in the comment section below. But it's a lot of people are worried that it is a Funko Shop exclusive and that it's just going to be very, very difficult to come by. Probably going to sell out like that, similar to how the like the armored versions have of who were the armor versions? Chopper, Luffy, pardon me, is still to come out, and Brook, right? Those just like went so quickly. The one thing, I did actually get my orders in from Pop Culture in Australia, and the only restriction they had on it at the time of me ordering was US. And I don't know if it's still on there, but you could get Goldie Roger with the mystery box. Sometimes they do that with exclusives. And I think restricted shipping was still to the US. So I'm hoping mine does get shipped out soon, because I think all of the rest of the things that I ordered from Pop Culture are now all in stock. So I guess we just have to see. I hope they don't cancel it. I think Aussie Collectibles did cancel a lot of people's Goldie Roger orders when they made them, because it was apparently going to be a Pop Culture exclusive, and typically when that happens, they then can't ship to anywhere where Funko has a presence. So with Funko Europe, of course, pretty much everywhere they ship to Europe, including the UK, yeah, you have that restricted shipping. So I guess we'll see. I hope they do come through, though. I ordered 2 to see if we might get that double chase luck, but or what, like one common, one chase, you guys know what I mean. But yeah, I still think it's a really cool pop, and yeah, hopefully it does come. And I don't have to try getting it from FunkoEurope.com. Number 6 on my list, guys, is the first of 2 comic covers, although is the other one a comic cover? Again, we'll get to that in a minute. Is the Hawkeye and Ant-Man cover. I just think this one looks really, really cool. When they announced it, like over here, because everything obviously ships with special edition stickers and whatnot, and when they showed the glam shot, I was like, oh, hold on, is like Ant-Man even there on the bow and arrow? Because we can see, or like on the arrow itself, right, that Hawkeye is shooting, because that is the comic cover. Whereas with the like Target exclusive sticker, it's not like covering it so much. But here we go, guys. Here's the shot though of the full thing with like the whole box off, and as you can see, it just looks so cool. That little Ant-Man there, it's a nice detail on the arrow. Yeah, I mean, Hawkeye could have maybe been like shooting up a bit more to match with the image, but I still think Funko did a really, really good job with it. I do like their comic covers. I think I've only got one, right? Maybe 1 or 2, and I want to get more. I've just like been trying to collect other things here and there, and finishing some collections and whatnot. But yeah, some of the comic covers are so cool. I'm a big comic book fan as well, and yeah, I just saw this one, fell in love with it. I will definitely be picking it up. And now down to my top 5, guys. Number 5 is the Minato Namikaze, forming part of the Hokage series with the sculptures in the mountain. Now this probably would have been a couple of places higher, because Minato is most probably, I've never really done like a top 10. My favorite character without question is Itachi in Naruto. I'm a big Naruto fan. And if I was to do a top 10, Minato probably would be my 2nd or 3rd favorite character, to be honest. I just loved him so much. I thought he was such an awesome character. Very, very powerful. Didn't come from any of these, you know, like the Uchihas. Even the Uzumaki was like this big clan back in the day. All of these powerful clans. He was like a nothing person from the clan, and he became like a nothing clan is what I'm saying. And he became this Hokage. But the one thing I'm quite disappointed with is how he's been posed with the hat. I don't like it. At the same time, I always say like Funko kind of, you know, they do the same designs with everything all the time, and we have had 2 of Minato with one with the Rasengan and one with his kunai, where he's kind of bending down a little bit. And yeah, he doesn't have the hat on in those, so I guess this is technically a little bit different. But I just kind of feel that, like, the fact that Hiruzen Saratobi's one, so the 3rd Hokage before him, is wearing the hat, it's just like, he's now going to be wearing the hat. What's like, he's like the middle point essentially, right? Because it's 7 of them, so number 4 is the middle point. I just feel if he was holding the hat, it would have been a little bit better. But look, we have to see. We still got Tsunade, Kakashi, and Naruto as well to come out to see how it all fits together. Maybe at that point you then might be going, ah, you know what, that actually does look pretty cool. You know, how they've designed it. It's just, right now, I'm not the biggest of fans of him with the hat on. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But I do still love this Hokage series that they're doing. Number 4, guys, is another Build-A-Scene. Are they calling it Build-A-Scene though? Was it Build-A-Set? Something like that. But it is from the Return of the Jedi. I don't know if there is actually a specific name. I probably should have looked it up before. But it's where, is it the skiff? Is skiff the right word? Where they're essentially going to be tossed off into the Sarlacc pit, right? From Return of the Jedi, which is, of course, celebrating its 45th anniversary this year. No, 40th, pardon me. 45th was Star Wars last year, right? Yeah, 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. And I just think this scene's going to be really, really cool. We've only had Luke and Chewbacca announced so far. Obviously, Han's going to be on there. Boba Fett's going to be on there. Was there not a silhouette image released? There may have been. If there is, I'll pop it up there for you guys. But yeah, I was thinking obviously Han, Boba Fett will be on there. Lando will be on there, probably in his like disguise. And then I'm trying to think who else would be on there, because obviously Leia wasn't on there. The droids weren't on there, so it's probably just going to be another one of those aliens whose race I forget. I know there was more than one of the aliens on there anyway in that scene. I think there are like 2 or 3 of them. Obviously, Boba Fett's not even on there to begin with until he like flies in. anyway. So yeah, I'm guessing it'll just be like a no-named alien. At least that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. But yeah, I think this thing will look really, really cool. It does look like it's going to clip together as well, as opposed to just like forming a scene like the Hokage series, although they fit quite well. But things like the builder scene from Stranger Things, like the upside down bias house, those things don't fit together too well. Not sure about the new Spider-Man No Way Home like builder scene set. I think they did announce, was it the Sandman and Electro one as part of Funko Fair as well. Still haven't picked those up. We'll definitely be getting those. But yeah, one thing I will absolutely definitely be getting are these Return of the Jedi sets. I just think they look really, really cool. Number 3 on my list, guys, the second of the deluxe movie moments. It is Thor's house from Avengers Endgame. I just think this thing looks so cool. It was such a funny moment. I really enjoyed it. We have Meek, Korg, as well as like Fat Thor. I always struggle to say that. Fat Thor, or Bro Thor as he was known as. It's just the messy house that they have somewhere. Was it in Scotland? Was it in Scotland or was it Norway? God, I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched Endgame. Mind you, they went there in Thor Love and Thunder as well. Anyways, I should have remembered, but yeah, his house, it's messy. He's like, we've got Korg playing a game, Meek there, you know, having a slice of pizza, Thor with a beer can and a slice of pizza. There's beer cans strewn all over the place. We've got like some like fishing gear in the background. We've got all bottles and a couple of books, bottles there in the background as well, forming part of the shelves. That sofa, again, I mentioned the pizza box there. Yeah, it's just really, really cool. Korg in his like Hawaiian shirt as well. He's playing that game. Was it Nude Master? Is it Nude Master or Nude Master? Whatever it was, 69. And he's like, oh, Thor, that guy's back again. And they're like playing Fortnite. It's just such a funny scene. He called me a dickhead. It like just cracks me up, and I just think they captured this moment really, really well. I will absolutely 100% be buying this. Number 2 then on my list, guys, I did mention earlier I thought there were 2 comic covers. This isn't really a comic cover, it's more, I guess, like a poster. It's a wanted poster, right? I am, of course, talking about Ace with his wanted poster. This thing just looks really, really cool. As I said, I'm only just past the 100 episode mark in One Piece, so I met Ace maybe 10 episodes ago, was it? 5 to 10 episodes ago. So I've not really seen too much of him. I do kind of know what happens to him though later on, but yeah, no comments or spoilers more than that, I should say. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. I just think what an idea to do the characters with their wanted posters. Fantastic idea. I'm very surprised they didn't start with Luffy. I think that kind of would have made a bit more sense, but the Ace one is still really cool. He's got all the fire around him as well. I have seen his like fire powers from his devil fruit that he ate, which I only like heard about that a few episodes ago. I can't really remember the name of the devil fruit, but yeah, the wanted poster in the background as well. Port Gas the Ace, I think it's 550 million berries. I think you can't really see behind his head there, but like I said, what a cool idea. When they release all of these, which they absolutely will, because they will definitely sell, just imagine the display. It's just going to look so, so epic. And my number 1 pick, guys, if it wasn't already obvious, is the deluxe moment from Stranger Things. I think they call it Phase 3 with Eddie, Dustin and the Demogorgons. This thing just looks so, so cool. I think I said movie moments earlier. Are they just deluxe moments? Or are they movie moments? Maybe the movie ones are movie moments. This one just says deluxe moment. But yeah, as I said, Dustin, Eddie, and the Demo Bats. Yeah, just look at it, guys. It looks so freaking cool. The detail that they've gone to it on that, like, I guess, caravan shack, right? Well, yeah, actually, it is Eddie's caravan, isn't it? Just in the upside down, like the trees and the vines that are taking it over, like all the greyness on it. We've then got the red sky in the background with the lightning. We've got Eddie there on the guitar. We've got Dustin kind of kneeling down, and then we've got a whole bunch of Demo Bats in different sizes as well, just swooping in for the kill. Yeah, what a moment it was on TV, and they've captured it brilliantly in this moment from Funko. I mean, all these movie moments, I keep saying there it is again, movie moments, deluxe moments, they are massive. I do only own the one, which is the, what did I pick up? The Home Alone one. It is big. I mean, I did pick up the Metallica, like the what do you call it, the concert, I think that's what it got. I don't know if it was called concert moment, but it's the concert from Master of Puppets in '86. I couldn't really think of the word there. The funny thing is, I did a short of that where I kind of like panned across. I don't know if you can link shorts. If I can, there it is. And I like panned across that concert moment, and then I actually stuck Eddie up on top, and you know, of course played Master of Puppets over the top, and the short didn't do too well. And then I'd actually posted it the day before this was then going to be announced, and I had no idea this was going to be announced. This got announced, and then the short shot right up with like 1,000 plus views, which made me very, very happy. But yeah, do go and check it out if you want. It would make me more happier if it does get more views. But now they've made it into the moment. Yeah, guys. So cool. I'll definitely be picking this up. Like I said, actually the moments, before I kind of tee it off on something else, the moments are big though. So yeah, the fact that I'm liking this one, gonna get the Hagrid's Hut one and the Endgame one, just the display space, it is massive though. So that's the one thing where I'm like, ugh, I've already got no space here, but I'll find a way. I definitely have to pick them up and add them to the collection. And there we go, guys. That is my top 10. Like I said, there could have been like 30 or 40 honorable mentions. To be perfectly honest, I probably will be picking up like somewhere between 30 and 50 of the announcements they've made. I hope they don't just all release at the same time, because that is going to look pretty bad for my bank balance, especially with Star Wars Celebrations coming up, as well as a couple other Comic-Cons. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop some comments below, as I said earlier. Let me know what your favourite announcements were from Funko Fair. And as always, we have plenty more content on the way for you guys. In tomorrow's video, we're going to be checking out a Star Wars hot toy. I think it's the Boba Fett arena figure. It's like a special edition black version of him. It looks very, very badass. Make sure you stay tuned for that. We are continuing with our, well, actually it's not our series of Naruto Caillou unboxings. We were actually finished until Caillou does announce the next Naruto product, but I have more unboxings to come. A box battle coming up this weekend. Of course, more Funko Pops coming. I've got a whole bunch of parcels that I now need to catch up on, which will probably come Thursday or Friday, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned? It's very simple. Subscribe. Hit click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.